And we do want to get right to our top story, the very latest on the Key Bridge collapse in Baltimore. And the big question, what went wrong on that massive cargo ship? Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is standing by, but first, our transportation correspondent Gio Benitez starts us off from the scene. And Gio, the Coast Guard has ended its search and rescue mission.
Yeah, Michael, that's right. This is now officially a recovery mission, and it's going to be an incredibly challenging one. Just look over my shoulder here, and you can see that collapsed bridge. There is so much heavy steel there, and now families are heartbroken this morning. This morning, an iconic part of the Baltimore skyline gone in an instant. The search and rescue mission at the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge turning into a recovery mission. Authorities say the 47-degree water and unpredictable currents are just too treacherous for the 6 missing workers to have survived. Officials searching for the cause of why that cargo ship, the size of the Chrysler Building, lost power and slammed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing its catastrophic collapse.
The next months are going to be challenging and difficult.
Here's what we know. The container ship Dolly, seen here docked at the Port of Baltimore, left the pier at 1 a.m. Tuesday. Just before 1:30 a.m., a mayday call from the ship seeking emergency assistance.
Hold on traffic on the Key Bridge. There's a ship approaching that just lost their steering. So until you get that under control, we got to stop all traffic.
Video shows the ship's lights going out twice as it approaches the bridge. Crews on board reporting power issues and loss of propulsion, apparently losing steering control. Dark smoke seen billowing. The last car crosses the bridge at 1:28 a.m. Then roughly 30 seconds later, the collision and collapse.
Dispatch, the whole bridge just fell down. Stars, whoever, everybody. The whole bridge just collapsed.
Search and rescue efforts beginning immediately in freezing cold waters. The search underway by air and sea for 18 hours.
From the outset, we moved all those resources in with dive teams from various state, local, and county agencies. We're doing our very best in some very difficult times and difficult conditions.
An 8-person construction crew was filling potholes on the 1.6-mile-long bridge when it collapsed. Their vehicles seen here. 2 were rescued shortly after, 1 running to safety, the other swimming to shore, now released from the hospital. Officials saying the 6 others are now presumed dead.
6 of our workers lost their lives, and 1 was seriously injured. This tragic event was completely unforeseen and was not something that we ever could imagine would happen. Our company is in mourning over the loss of these fine people.
And now authorities calling the quick work of the dispatchers and officers heroic.
They undoubtedly saved innumerable amount of lives.
We just looked up and it just was happening.
Witnesses capturing the moment of impact.
Yo!
Having just driven across the bridge for what they didn't realize would be their last time.
I was in a lot of shock. I just was in a lot of disbelief. It was unfathomable.
It's like something out of a movie. I mean, my stomach just sank.
Meanwhile, President Biden is pledging the full support of the federal government, saying he will move heaven and earth to rebuild this bridge that means so much to this community, Rebecca.
And we are thinking of those families in that community. Okay, Gio, thank you. The Francis Scott Key Bridge played a vital role in both transportation and commerce. The impact of its collapse will be far-reaching, and we're going to go to Elizabeth Schulze, who's at the Port of Baltimore, for more. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, Rebecca. More than $80 billion in cargo passes through this port every year, and now shipping and logistics companies are scrambling to find other options to move these massive containers. Shipping in and out of the port is suspended indefinitely through vessel traffic. Cruise ships that were supposed to leave from here are now rerouting to Virginia instead. One major industry to watch is autos. This is the busiest port in the U.S. for car imports and exports. GM, Ford, and Stellantis tell us that they are already diverting shipments to other locations. So shipping activity is expected to pick up at other major ports along the East Coast, like in New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, and Virginia. That could result in longer delivery times, but economists tell me that they're hopeful that those delays could last for days and not weeks. The other ripple effect is on the 30,000 drivers who use the Key Bridge every day. Trucks who relied on this corridor are now going to have to find other routes, which could increase their costs or delivery times. The bottom line is that this is a snag in the supply chain, and it could take time to unravel as the wreckage is cleared and as that rebuilding effort begins. Michael.
Yeah, it's going to take a while for that, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. Joining us now is Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. Secretary Buttigieg, thank you for joining us. And at this point in the investigation, what do you believe went wrong with the ship?
Well, I can't speculate on that. The National Transportation Safety Board, the NTSB, handles the investigation. They are independent by design, but I did see the chair there, and her team is already hard at work. Of course, my first thoughts are with the families that were impacted. Yesterday, still hoping against hope that their loved ones would be rescued alive. Now they are dealing with news that that is just unthinkable. And the other thing that was really extraordinary yesterday to see on the ground was the work of first responders. We're talking about divers, law enforcement, Coast Guard, so many people working to respond to the scene, working tirelessly. And there's no question, as tragic as this situation is, that it might have been much worse if it weren't for their action. The closure of the bridge, when every second mattered after they got that Mayday call, the work that was done to immediately rescue the two people who were rescued, just unbelievable work. Now the longer work begins of getting that bridge back up and that port back open, and every day counts on that as well, because the implications for our supply chains and for so many people's commutes.
Yeah, so much is affected, and our hearts and thoughts are with those families and the victims of this tragedy, without a doubt. And you know what, we're learning that an inspection of the ship last year found some kind of issue with its propulsion system. Do you think that could have been a factor?
Again, I can't weigh in or speculate on anything related to the investigation. What I do know is that the force of this ship is almost unimaginable. This is a vessel that was about 100,000 tons carrying its load. So 200 million pounds went into this bridge all at once, which is why you had that almost instant catastrophic result.
And there are questions being raised as to why the bridge was so vulnerable to a collision. Some engineers, they say that it would have benefited from what's called a fender system. Do you think something like that would have helped?
Well, that's something else that the investigation will be helpful on. Again, it is difficult to overstate the level of physical force that hit this bridge all at once. I was there. I saw this ship. It is about as long as the bridge itself, and it went straight into that key supporting beam. What I will say, though, is that, you know, as times have changed, as bridge designs have been modernized, each generation of bridges is more resilient than the last. One of the reasons why we put such a focus on roads and bridges in President Biden's infrastructure plan is to make sure that we have the strongest possible infrastructure. Right now, for the first time, we are putting forward a dedicated federal round of funding specifically for making sure that our infrastructure is more resilient. We're doing a seismic retrofit to the Golden Gate Bridge to help it withstand earthquakes, making sure there are seismic provisions in the I-5 bridge in the Pacific Northwest too. So we are at work right now to make sure that our infrastructure for the future is better prepared for any kind of threat. But really what we saw yesterday was just unimaginable in terms of the proportions of that ship, the size of a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier going directly into the key support beam of that bridge.
Yeah, it seems like yesterday was a major wake-up call for all of us. Secretary Buttigieg, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.